Hi, this is Rico Briggs. I'm here for my Project 3 milestone. So this milestone was a little rough, but I'm hoping that I can fix up these issues rather quickly. So the tank still moves and shoots from milestone 1, and AI still exists from milestone 2. Um, that still works except for the waypoint AI. I'm still working on implementing that one in this new map. So the player tank, uh, the camera's way zoomed out because I wanted to make sure the map was able to be seen, but up here it's hard to see. Um, the tank can still move and shoot. Um, and then the AI tanks are still spawned in except for the waypoint, or else they just keep giving constant issues. Map generation through instantiating random tiles. I did that with the map generator. It chooses a random tile and then it puts it in place, which can be seen here. There's one with no wall in the middle, there's one with a horizontal, horizontal, and one with a vertical wall. Um, and then they all have different spawn ins for tanks and power-ups, or different locations, I guess, or each of the 3 different rooms. Um, it's tile array exposed to designer and contains at least 3. That's in map. There are 3 sizes or 3 rooms that I can choose, and I could add more if I chose to. Map width and height are adjustable. Um, you can do that here. If you were to choose, change this to like 30, and then spawn it in, it would change how it looks. It would be more condensed. Map generation can be set to a random level. So I have it generating seeds with the little seed generation right here, but I can't seem to have it um, actually keep the same map if it's a seed. I don't have that working yet because I don't fully understand how seeds work yet. But I have the Boolean set for map of the day and saying that if it is um, to set it to that, and then if it's not 0, which means that if it's set in the inspector, that it will do the date time now. But I'm hoping to get that working pretty soon. Uh, and then that's the same preset and then map in a day. I talked about all those. And then AI and player spawn and random tiles. So let me get into that. Scripts, spawners, enemy spawn, and player spawn. So I have it so that each the tiles all have a spawn point, and then when it starts up, it puts all the positions of those spawn points into a list, and then it chooses one of those random points in the list and then spawns the player there. And then the same for the enemy tank. I have it so that it'll spawn one and then it'll remove that spot, and then it'll go in and do the next one, and then the next one, and then the next one, and then the 4 enemy tanks are in there. And I also have it set that if there is no player tank, it'll spawn another one, since spawning the player back in was um, a requirement. Uh, Power-up spawns are able to be picked up by players and AIs. So if I started this back up, and then I let the AI spawn in first, or the tanks and then the power-ups. If we went into a scene, in the scene view, go to the player tank, we could, so this is going to be a health pickup. If we go over and pick that up, his current health is now 150. And if we went to the aggressive AI, and it's another health pickup, and dragged him onto that, it'd be 150, and then it's a 7.5 second spawn back time, and then it's back. Is there anyone near other ones? Okay, then there's this. Shoot speed, okay. It's gonna be hard to drag this guy. Okay, and that reduces their shoot time, or their time in between shooting. And then, no, okay. So is there, okay, yeah. And then I have, clear tank. Sorry, oops. Oops, I dragged him way off, okay. I'm, oh, right over there, yeah. And this one, damage. And this power up increases, if you would grab it. And this one increases damage by 15. And my power-ups are also broken right now, as in it disappears from their power-up manager, but it doesn't remove the amount, even though I have it set so that after it's gone it should subtract it, like in the example from class. If I went into power-up manager, right, that's not the right one. I think it's power-ups. I have it so that it'll subtract the bonus amount. I might have it wrong, but I'm hoping soon I could fix that as well. This milestone was a bit of a tough one, just because I didn't have as much time as I was hoping for. So power-up affects players and AI and can be set to expire. So they do have an expire time. It's 7.5 seconds, the same as the cooldown for them to respawn the power-ups. And the permanent stat change is going to be the health, as it never is supposed to get removed. And it has no cooldown time, and it's set to, where is it? It's set to, oh, it isn't. It's supposed to be set to, no, that's the damage one. My bad. The health one is set to be perm. So, and the game manager still exists, is singleton, and allows, so the game manager still is in here. That's the wrong one, because it's down here. The game manager is still here. Yeah, and it's all still connects everything, keeps the game running. The map holds the spawners, since it looks through the child to find these for how I set it to remove the doors, even though I feel like the way I remove the doors is less useful. It was how I did it on my own. It was an if statement for each tile name, which works for how little we have right now, but if we had any more, it would become a bit of a hassle. So bug error free, there's no game breaking bugs. It's just these ones that show up like argument out of range when it's trying to spawn them in. The tanks, because the spawners, I have it set so that it waits, because if it spawns them in immediately, it doesn't pick up the spawn points, and it won't be able to spawn them in ever. So I wait for everything else to spawn in. I could probably cut down on the time that it takes for them to spawn in, I think that's where that error comes from. And then the other error is the AI tanks spawn in before the player tanks. So the cowardly and aggressive AI give an error saying that there is no player, but then after that, after the player spawns in as well, it fixes, or it still works. Comments, I just have simple comments in my code for when, like a little descriptor of what something will do. And in project organization, um, I have objects, which is uh, my rooms and my power-ups, and in prefabs I have the tanks, scripts, and I have all the scripts. I have bullet scripts, controllers, maps, pickups, power-ups, spawners, and tank scripts. And then game exceeds minimum requirements. Uh, I tried to do everything I was supposed to do, and I wanted to go above, but the issues that I ran into kept me from doing that, and I'm hoping that by the next milestone, I can reach everything and go above and beyond and have the power-ups be a random thing too, so that they'll spawn randomly. And I was hoping to do like not only more than 3 good ones, but also like a negative of everything else that I already have in here, like, oh no, it took away 50 health instead of giving you 50 health, or that's gonna cut down on your fire speed um, instead of increase it, just to have that like um, oh no, now I have to be careful because things aren't going my way kind of feel to the game. Um, so yeah, that's this milestone. I know it's not nearly what it should be, but I'm hoping that um, by this next weekend I can have it all fixed up and ready. So thank you.